This demonstration we're going to look at creating mount points and junctions. So the first thing we'll do here is we'll create a mount point. A mount point appears as a folder underneath a drive letter. This allows me to preserve my valuable drive letters for things like network drive mappings. So what we'll do is we're just going to use disk 2. First thing we'll do here is we'll just put the disk online. Then what we'll do is we'll initialize the disk. We'll initialize it with the GUID partition type table and select OK. And once the initialization is complete, what we'll do here is we'll create a new simple volume. This brings us into Wizard, so let's select our next button. What we're going to do here is we're only going to create this 4 gig. Select our next button. And what we're going to do, rather than assign it as a drive letter, we're going to mount it as an empty NTFS folder. So we'll browse this through here. We'll create a new folder. And we'll call this mount point folder. So we'll select OK. Select next. We'll just go with the default of NTFS for the file system. We'll just go with the default for allocation unit size. I'm not going to bother changing the volume label, and I will perform a quick format. So we'll select next, select our finish button. This happens fairly quickly. Creates my 4 gig disk. If we just come into Windows Explorer, go to our C drive, we can see the mount point folder, and we can see that that's 4 gig in size. So we've now mounted a disk below our C drive. Next thing we'll have a look at here is just creating a junction, and the purpose of a junction is to create an alias. In my case here I'm going to create one for a directory. So we'll come to our command prompt, and all we're going to do from the command prompt here is we're just going to create a new folder that we can point from and to. So this point here, all we'll do is we'll just create the folder called custom app. So we've just typed in md space custom app. We'll hit the enter key. The next thing we'll do here is we'll just copy Notepad into that folder. So we're just going to copy C:\Windows /system32 /notepad to space C:\/ custom app. So we'll hit the enter key. That's now copied the file into that folder. Next thing we need to do is just create our link. So in order to create the link, all we'll do is from the command line we'll just type in our command. And in order to do that, we're going to use the mklink space /j app link to custom app. So now as we can see, we've now created our link. If we just come into Windows Explorer, what we can see here, we can see our link. So we've got the two folders are identical. The other thing we can do is we can also create a hard link for a file. So yet again, we'll get an alias, but this time it'll point to a file rather than a folder. So what we'll do is just back to our command prompt. So this point here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a link, hard link. We're going to point notepad2.exe to notepad.exe. And remember, these will both be the same file. We're just creating an alias. And as we can see here, we've created the link. So we now have our alias. If we just come back into Windows Explorer, what we should now have, come to app link, we've got notepad.exe and notepad. But remember, these are both the same file. And that's the end of this demonstration of creating mount points and links. Thank you.